I'm going to bring this meeting, planning and zoning meeting of December 16th, 2021 to order. Will please rise for invocation of the pledge.
I turned it on.
This evening we have a special prayer. We've lost our legal counsel. The good Lord took him from us. He was our counselor, he was our friend, he was our neighbor, and we're going to miss him terribly. We ask you, Lord, you put him to work up there. Don't let that mind go to waste. We pray this in thy most holy name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll have a little bit more to say for Fred at the end of the meeting. Are you ready to tell us how to do business?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Carry on.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the December 16, 2021 City of Leesburg Planning Commission meeting. My name is Dan Miller, Planning and Zoning Director. With us today, Candy Harper, Senior Planner, Diane Pacewitz, Planner, Christine Rock, Senior Planner, and Sabrina Mitchell, our Administrative Assistant, sitting to my left. Today's meeting agenda is available on the table by the exit door. If you'd like to speak on a case, we do ask that you would please sign the speaker's registry and then turn it in to Sabrina here at the front. Under the rules of participation, the meeting is conducted under the following process. The chairman will announce the case, staff will read exhibits into the record, including maps, photos, and text, and present this information on the screen. Staff will then read a recommendation into the record. The applicant will have an opportunity to speak about the request. The chairman will allow time for public comments. The applicant will have a time for rebuttal. The chairman will close the case to the public, and the commission will discuss the case. A vote will then be taken, and the commission will move to the next case. The Planning Commission is a citizen board appointed by the City Commission. They are charged with two major responsibilities. The first is to make decisions on cases such as variances and conditional uses. The second is to make recommendations on issues that will be heard by the City Commission, such as rezoning cases, which is what we have on the agenda for today. Today, again, the Planning Commission will make recommendations only. Those will be forwarded to the City Commission for decisions. There are tentative dates for the City Commission hearings that are listed in bold on the agenda for each item. They're subject to be changed to earlier or later dates, so please check with the planning and zoning staff or with the city clerk's office regarding any final hearing dates. Finally, on behalf of the City of Leesburg Planning Commission and the staff, we wish to thank you for your participation in today's public hearing. Mr. Chairman, staff is ready for you to announce the first case.
Well, before I do that, I'm going to ask that the commission approve or disapprove or amend the summary of the minutes that you have in front of you. Are there any additions, corrections, or amendments to those minutes?
Move to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I second it.
I have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye and raise your right hand.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Do you have a copy of that for me to sign? It's here?
Oh, is this it?
Yeah. Okay. All right, we'll bring public hearing case SSCP 21400, The Hills at Leesburg, a small-scale comp plan. Carry on.
Thank you, Mr.
Dan?
Chairman. First two cases today are for the Hills of Leesburg single-family residential project. I'd like permission, please, Mr. Chairman, to take these two cases together for discussion purposes.
Let me stop you for a minute, Dan. I forgot, we got to swear these people in.
Yes, sir.
You guys, and is anybody here in the audience going to speak on any of these issues? If you are, please rise and we'll swear you in.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Carry on, Dan. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The first two cases are small-scale comp plan 21-400 and PUD 21-395. The project is known as the Hills of Leesburg. The applicant is requesting a small-scale comprehensive plan amendment from Lake County Rural Transition to City of Leesburg Estate. They're also requesting, in the second case, a rezoning from Lake County R1 Rural Residential to City of Leesburg Planned Unit Development. These proposals, if approved at the City Commission level, would allow future development of 42 acres of single-family homes consisting of a maximum of 118 residential units for a density of 2.83 units per acre along County Road 44 and north of Sing Road. This property is currently under Lake County jurisdiction, and these two applications will be joined by an annexation application when the property is heard by the City Commission. Candy Harper, Senior Planner, will present the maps and photo exhibits, which include the aerial zoning, future land use, surrounding land use, wetlands, flood zones, and more at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. The map before you is an aerial showing you the location along 44. And just a note, Sing Road is not really a road. If you try to get out there, it's more like a driveway, and it's generally closed off, and there's at least 2 berms that you have to try to get over. So we posted where we could. This shows the city boundary, how close it is to the property that wants to come in now. The proposed zoning is for a planned unit development for residential units. And you can see the zoning around it, and the city is also planned unit development. Lake County has agriculture out there, R1, and at least one CFD, which I believe is Community Facility District. The proposed future land use is estate residential coming into the city. And you can see that there's already at least one estate residential out there, and then there's a high-density residential to the south. Lake County future land use is rural transition and urban low density around the lake. The surrounding land uses to the north are residential, to the west are agriculture, to the south is agriculture, and to the east there's actually more residential across Highway 44, and then there's a government parcel. It's a little bit of wetlands to contend with on the site that will be dealt with at site review. And it's in Commission District 1 for the City Commission. And this is the only spot we could get to on the road to post the property. So there's the sign showing that we posted it. The bottom picture is shooting north along County Road 44. And we shot across the road, the top photo, to show you what was across the road from it. And on the south is a picture looking south along County Road 44. And that's all I have, Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Candy. With that, we move to the departmental review summary. The project was sent out to all city departments and reviewed by each of them, and also over to Lake County Public Works and Lake County School Board. There were no significant or substantive comments received from the city departments on this case. From Lake County Public Works, they did note that there will be road improvements required, such as turn lanes on County Road 44 at the development entrance, plus a sidewalk, easements, and additional right-of-way, and those are pretty standard comments coming back from them. As far as written responses, we did not have any responses to the advertising and sign posting. So I'd like to move on, if I may, to read the recommendations from staff. For case number PUD 21-400, the small-scale comprehensive plan amendment, for the Hills at Leesburg. Planning and Zoning Divisions recommends approval of the request for the following reasons. One, the project meets the requirements of Chapter 163, 3184 Florida statutes for comprehensive plan amendments. Two, the proposed request as conditioned in City of Leesburg case number PUD 21395 is compatible with the adjacent future land use designations of Lake County Rural Transition and Lake County Urban Low Density. Three, the proposed request as conditioned in the City of Leesburg case number PUD 21395 is compatible with the current surrounding zoning districts of Lake County A Agriculture, Lake County R1 Rural Residential, and Lake County CFD Community Facilities District. And finally, four, the proposed future land use designation for the site is consistent with the city's growth management plan, future land use element, goal 1, objective 1.6. The action requested is vote to approve the rezoning from Lake County vote to approve the requested small-scale comp plan amendment from Lake County Rural Transition to City of Leesburg Estate, and forward this recommendation to the City Commission for their consideration.
Is there anyone here in the crowd, in the audience, that wants to speak to this? Is there any representative of the project here? Please come forward and identify yourself, please, sir.
Good afternoon, Jason Searle, Gray Robinson, 301 East Pine Street, Orlando. Good to be with you, and thank you. Chairman, members of the commission, and Mr. Miller, thank you. And thank you for the introduction to this matter. We concur with the staff report and the recommendations on both the two agenda items before you. There was one question with me this evening is Jeff Summit, who's our project engineer and actually the applicant on this. He and I are working on this one together. There was one item regarding the setbacks that we were hoping to have just a little bit of clarification on. Other than that, we're in full agreement and would be happy to answer any questions you may have. If you'd like, I could ask Mr. Summit to come up, or Mr. Miller, I'll defer to you.
That's fine, thank you. We did have a typo in there. There was a request for the 5-foot side setbacks and 10 feet between buildings, and I think we had the wrong numbers in there. That was simple as that.
Yep, that's it.
Beyond that, that's all I had.
Is that 15 combined?
The setbacks would be 15 combined on each side. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, that's the standard zoning district. In this PUD, it would be 5 on each side.
So
These are the
total
last
10.
of the 50-foot. I think we have the cases tonight, which I believe are the last of the 50-foot lots that we've had in process.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, anything more you want to add,
No,
sir? Commission have any questions of the applicant or his representative?
I have one question. I haven't seen a proposed site plan. The density is what, 4 units per acre, something like that?
Let me ask Mr. Summit.
2.83.
Yep.
2.83 units per acre.
Put it up on the
The
It's kind
typical-
of hard to see from the angle, but yep.
The typical lot size,
50 by 120.
Good afternoon, Jeff Summit, Summit Engineering, 3667 Simon Place, Lake Mary, Florida. So typical lot size, our base lot size is 50 by 120. However, most of our perimeter lots are actually quite a bit deeper than that. We are going to have to do a little bit of a modification to the site plan after having some discussions with Mr. Miller, but we're going to work on that after we get through the PUD process.
I have a question for Mr. Miller.
Yes, sir.
Did I understand this was Leesburg Estate Residential?
Yes, sir. Estate residential would be the future land use, which is the lowest density future land use category that the city has, and it allows up to 4 units an acre. This particular development, I believe, was 2.8, 2.83.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions from the commission? Hearing no more discussion, Anyone from the audience want to ask any questions or have any concerns? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, case number SSCP 21400, I move to approve as presented and taken to the City Commission.
I have a motion to approve. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion for second. All in favor signify by saying aye and raise your right hand.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Wear my knuckles out over here. That's the only thing I have fun doing is hitting the hammer down. Okay, we'll go ahead and introduce public hearing case PUD 21395, which we've already discussed. We're dealing with the rezoning issue on this. We've already discussed it pretty much. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve PUD 21-395.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye and raise your right hand.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. Moving right along, public hearing case PUD 21405, Windy Oaks, planned unit development. And we carry on. Dan?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The next case is for a PUD known as the Windy Oaks Single Family Residential Project. It's PUD 21-405. The applicant is requesting a rezoning from PUD planned unit development to PUD planned unit development with revised conditions. This proposal, if approved at the City Commission level, would allow future development of 38 acres of single-family development consisting of a maximum of 150 residential units for a density of 3.2 units per acre on a site generally located at the intersection of County Road 33 and 48 and west of South Quarters Road. Candy Harper, Senior Planner with Planning and Zoning Office, will present the maps and photo exhibits, including the aerial zoning, future land use, surrounding land use, and others at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Again, this aerial is showing you where the property is. It's south of County Road 480. It's also west of County Road 33. West of South Quarters Road, if you happen to know where that is, and north of County Road 48.
To help identify some people, that's right behind Lasher feed, where Lasher's used to be.
Thank you, sir.
Helped me.
The current zoning of the property is planned unit development. I believe this planned unit development had expired, so it's coming back in and it's been revised. Lake County zoning surrounding it is agricultural and residential. The proposed zoning, like I said, is rewrite of the planned unit development conditions of approval for residential development. The future land use is neighborhood commercial, mixed use neighborhood commercial. Lake County future land use is urban low density for the most part surrounding it. And the surrounding land uses to the north are residential and industrial, to the south are residential, and to the east is agricultural and residential. And there are no flood zones directly on the site, and also no wetlands on the site. I put this map in there to show you where Highway 27 is in reference to the subject property. So that shows you the community redevelopment area is the 27441 corridor. And the picture to the north is showing you where we posted the property. The picture on the bottom is taken from County Road 48 right-of-way looking northeast. Picture on the top is shooting across County Road 48, and the picture on the bottom is looking southwest along 48. Then we went up South Quarters Road to post again. So the top picture is shooting west into the property. The bottom picture is looking north along South Quarters Road. And the picture on the top here is looking east across South Quarters Road, and the picture on the bottom is looking south along South Quarters Road. And that's all I have, Mr. Miller.
Thank you, Candy. With that, we move on to the departmental review summary. The project was sent out to all city departments plus Lake County government and the Lake County School Board. There were no significant or substantive comments received from the city departments. School Board indicated that the project would require school concurrency review and possible proportionate share mitigation agreement. And Lake County Public Works will require road improvements such as turn lanes on County Road 48 and South Quarters Road, along with widening easements and right-of-way. All those are standard comments from both the school board and Lake County. I do not have at this time any written feedback from the advertising or posting of the property. And we'd like to go ahead and read the recommendations and then go over the PUD for you at this time. For PUD 21-405, Windy Oaks, the Planning and Zoning Division recommends approval of the request for the following reasons. The proposed request to rezone the subject property from PUD Planned Unit Development to PUD Planned Unit Development as conditioned is compatible with the current surrounding zoning districts of Lake County A Agriculture and City of Leesburg PUD Planned Unit Development and with M1 Industrial, which is also in the City of Leesburg. The proposed conditions of the attached PUD Planned Unit Development zoning are compatible with the existing future land use designation of neighborhood mixed use and the surrounding future land use designations of industrial, neighborhood mixed use, and Lake County urban low density. Proposed zoning designation for the site is consistent with the city's growth management plan. Future land use element goal 1, objective 1.6. The action requested is vote to approve the proposed rezoning from City of Leesburg PUD Planned Unit Development to City of Leesburg Planned Unit Development with revised conditions and forward this recommendation to the City Commission for their consideration. And a highlight of this PUD allows a maximum of 150 single-family units on 38 acres for a gross density of 3.2 units per acre. The entrance has requirement for appropriate entryway signage. The houses have requirements for architectural standards. There's a 25-foot landscape or, where possible, natural buffer required around the development. PUD supports Lake County Public Works comments for roadway improvements and right-of-way. Wetlands that exist must remain undisturbed. Stormwater is contained per the site plan, which would be reviewed at development for consistency with city codes and state statutes. Some minor items such as St. Augustine grass being prohibited due to its water needs. Zoysia, Bahia, Bermuda are permitted grasses as a requirement for recreation, a recreation area. One additional comment on this one, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to note that in sending the draft copy of this Windy Oaks property PUD to the applicant, they were kind enough to return it with a number of typos, which is very uncharacteristic from this office, so staff would like to correct those back at the office. None were substantive, mostly grammatical errors, and to my embarrassment, stating like the wrong road number or mistyping a code section number. I think I had 3 or 4 windows open trying to write this one. So Kathy Hadaway is here with Poulos and Bennett to answer any questions, and we'd like to be able to just work with her to make those changes. For example, when I quoted the section on landscaping, I said section 25.337 and it's 25.327, things like that. There's a number of those. But beyond that, staff is recommending approval of this case. Thank you, sir.
All right. And the applicant, you say, is here?
Yes, sir.
Please step forward, ma'am. You have anything you'd like to add to that?
Yes, sir, just a couple comments. My name is Kathy Hadaway with Poulos and Bennett, 2602 East Livingston Street, Orlando. Mr. Chairman, Planning Commissioners, it's a pleasure to be here before you tonight. We've done a number of projects in the city of Leesburg and certainly enjoy working with your staff. Just a couple questions. I think they're very similar to the points raised in the previous application. On page 3 under the development standards, as Ms. Harper indicated, this was a previously approved PUD that had expired. I did want to note that our lot sizes are exactly the same size for the single-family detached homes that were approved previously in the former PUD. Specifically with regard to the front setback and the porch garage setback, the porch garage setback of 20 feet is very important, and I understand why it's a priority for the city, because that 20 feet gives you enough length to park a car in front of the garage, but not, the car would not encroach onto the sidewalk, where we will have sidewalks on both sides of the streets in this community. However, right now, the front setback, the front facade setback of the house is 25 feet. So we'd like to just request that that front facade be allowed to be 20 feet, the same as the garage. So it's not making the garage driveway any shorter, it's actually just being able to line up the front facade with the garage. And then the second one is the same comment that was previously mentioned in section 2B. The minimum distance between structures is shown as 15 feet, but we have 5-foot side setbacks. So if you've got 5 feet on each side, it would be 10, which was clarified in the previous application that you discussed. So those are our only 2 comments, and we're available to answer any questions you might have.
So the average lot width is what again?
50 feet.
50 by 120, 50
Yes.
feet minimum, 120. And the side setbacks are 5 and 5.
Correct. It was just the building separation. Right now is shown as 15 feet, but it would be 10 feet between homes if you've got a 5-foot setback on each side.
And this 1,800 square feet, is that under heat and air, or is that total building?
You can ask Mr. Miller, but I believe it's under heat and air, and we have no objection to that.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
I want to back up to the side setbacks. Now, what's the fire code as far as that goes?
10
Is it
feet.
10 feet? Okay. That was it. Oh, and also, how do you feel about the front setback? The change?
Because it's the same as it was in the previous PUD, I don't truly have an objection. I prefer the 25 and 20, and then you don't have to use that 20 for the porch if you don't want to, but because it was in the previous PUD that was approved, I do not have an objection to that.
Okay.
So you would rather keep the side of the rear and not adjust it with the front?
Well, these are minimums,
Right.
so if you wanted to have the house farther back, that would be fine. The garage, in other words, you'd have the garage out a few feet and the porch. It's just a little bit different design. It requires, but you don't have to. You can put the house at 25 and still have the garage even with the house.
Well, is there a footprint on this in here that I'm missing? I've been looking all over for this.
Do we have
Yeah.
the facades?
We provided elevation.
Right, there they are.
Having trouble finding them. I see where, some of this is on either wetland or is that an improved lake?
On this property, there's neither. There are no wetlands on this site and no lakes.
It looked wet to me.
There was an environmental assessment.
Oh,
I believe it was provided with our
correct.
submittal.
There are actually no wetlands there. They're
Okay.
creating the ponds in here.
And you're going to create some water? Is that what you're going to?
Canopy retention.
We'll create stormwater ponds. Yes,
Yes.
those are stormwater ponds to support the development that we will be constructing,
That's what
yes.
retention is.
That's what that is.
It looks like a lake, so.
You're not going to be able to go
It does
swimming.
look like a lake.
I agree with what you're saying is parking your vehicle. Most homes have two vehicles, and one's in the garage and one's sitting in the driveway. And at 20 feet, you're gonna have an issue. I would rather you cut back the backyard and add more space to the front yard. Would you have a problem with that?
You mean setting the garage back farther?
Just taking 5 feet from the backyard and putting it in the front yard.
So I'm not clear on what the front setback would be then.
The front would be 25, we could make the rear 15.
That would be fine.
I'd like to amend it that way, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the garage setback, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We'll eliminate that line about the garage setback, be a straight 25, so that it could go all the way across.
Okay.
And then we'll move the rear from 18 to 15.
Okay.
And they do have a two-car garage, too.
That's correct.
Okay. Any other questions of the applicant? Anybody from the audience have a statement to want to make? And your name is Danny Watson?
Yes.
Danny, step forward.
Good afternoon. How is everybody doing today?
We're doing fine, Danny. And where do you live? I have a P.O. box. Where do you live?
I live on South Quarters Road,
Okay.
next to Lasher, as you were saying a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Lasher's property connects together. That property that right there where the subject property is, that's where the wooded area.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's mine. What I want to talk about is, you know, like they said, it was zoned before, and they was coming in, gonna do a lot of changes. I don't know about this company here, what they got in mind, but the previous company was gonna block off South Quarters Road and make that a gated, because I guess they had property on both sides. They was gonna build both sides up, but I see she just got the one side there.
Okay. Can you comment on that, Dan, or Candy? Do you have a comment on that?
No, sir, this plan envisions only go on the west side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Before they had both sides, and they was gonna build homes on both sides, and they was gonna block off South Quarters Road to 48,
Oh,
and use it as, you had to be a gate, in which I had to come out and then go back.
right, we don't want to see South Quarters blocked off.
Oh, okay. Okay, another thing I heard you was gonna do like some road modification on South Quarters Road.
What that means, sir, is that because South Quarters and Highway 48 are
Right.
county roads,
Right.
that any improvements such as a deceleration lane or a turn lane that's required by Lake County, they have to do it to Lake County
So y'all gonna be
standards.
corresponding with the county?
Yes, sir, we already have been.
Oh,
To,
okay.
we send them these plans before they're approved, so the county has an opportunity to comment on them.
Would the county need more right of way through there to,
Only up to, and I can't speak for the county, but I would believe it'd be only on the south side of Quarters Road, and normally it has to come out of the property owners, the applicant's property. So it wouldn't come out of yours.
oh, okay. Because, you know, I'm dealing with two people. So I'm dealing with the county and I'm dealing with the city. You know, I'm in the county. Time you cross over my fence, I'm county. You cross back over,
Yes, sir.
you're back in the city. So the ordinances, I don't know how they're gonna work.
You're welcome to come down to my office. I'll sit down with you and show you everything that I have.
Oh,
Be
okay.
happy
Where
to
your
do
where
that.
your office at? Oh, okay. But you know, like I say, this what I was concerned about,
Yes,
because
sir.
I'm butted right up to the property, and I don't know what's gonna be going on their side, on the city side, and they're probably wondering what's gonna be going on the county side, you know,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, I'll be happy to sit down with you and show you the larger plans, and it'd be the same thing, but larger scale.
And I know she was saying wasn't no wetland there, but
No. It's retention.
no, I'm not talking about that. It was wetland there. Before, when I moved there, it was water there.
Okay.
So, you know, I don't know, it might not come back, cause like you say, I seen a lot of places with water, now it's dried up, it's no water, so. But it was once wetland there, you know, so, I don't know, cause I had water right in my backyard there.
Okay.
Lily pads, everything was right there when I first moved there. But like I say, you never know what's happening these days because
Yes, sir.
the water table is drying up and everything else is drying up, so. But all right, I just appreciate it. I just wanted a clarification on what was going on in my back door, like they always say.
Thank you for your concern, sir.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
And I
Okay, that'd be good.
He's the office is right across from, you know where you drive through to pay your electric bill? At City Hall? It's right across the street.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay, any questions from the commission? Any discussion? Any input from anybody in the audience that would like to speak again on this? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Let me ask another question, Mr. Mayor, before you think.
Please come to the microphone, Mr. Watson, please.
Now, on the property taxes, if they put this thing there, how would that affect me as far as, or you don't know?
That would have to,
Will it increase the value of my property or decrease the value of my property or?
I'm not a realtor, sir, or an appraiser, so
Okay.
I can't comment on that, but I would say everything today is going up.
But you're voting to pass it tonight, right? So whatever y'all decide.
We're just to recommend it, sir.
Oh, y'all
It'll go on to the city
hadn't made a
commission.
final.
It's final.
The city commission will make the final decision.
Oh, we'll make the
sir.
final, okay.
Yes, sir. And you'll be notified that when that, is this tentatively will come up on February 28th at the city commission meeting. Okay, sir? Any other comment or debate?
legit concern.
Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve case number PUD-21-405.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Is that as amended?
As amended, yes,
As amended,
please,
yes.
as amended. Do I have a second for that motion?
I second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. All in favor signify by saying aye and raise your right hand.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, public hearing case SSCP 21413, Leesburg C-Store and Gas Station, small scale comp plan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Once again, requesting permission to take these two cases together for discussion purposes.
Please.
The small scale comp plan 21413 and PUD 21414. This project is known as the Leesburg C-Store and Gas Station. The applicant is requesting a small-scale comprehensive plan amendment from Lake County Urban Medium Density to City of Leesburg General Commercial. They're also requesting zoning from Lake County RMRP, which is Residential Mobile Home Park, and CP Plan Commercial to City of Leesburg C3 Highway Commercial. These proposals, if approved at City Commission level, would allow future development of 3.95 plus or minus acres, which would consist of commercial development in the form of a convenience store and fuel station. Property is generally located at the intersection of US Highway 27 and County Road 33. As the property is currently under Lake County jurisdiction, these two applications will be joined by an annexation application when the property is heard by the City Commission. Candy Harper, Senior Planner, will present the maps and photo exhibits to include aerial zoning, future and surrounding land use, flood zone, wetlands, etc. Thank you, Candy.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. The aerial on the screen will show you the triangle that is made by US 27 and County Road 33, and that is going to become the convenience store use. The current zoning around it, again, I had to go out to a scale that took in the city properties around it. The county zoning, as Mr. Miller stated, is a lot of mobile home park residential uses, and then the planned commercial use in Lake County, and the proposed zoning is R3. The future land use, once again, I had to pull out so you could see what's around it. There's commercial to the south of it, a little bit of commercial to the north of it. And the county future land use is urban medium density, although along US 27, I can't imagine why. And the proposed future land use is general commercial in the city of Leesburg. There are wetlands all around it, but not on the property. And there's flood zones all around it, but not on the property. And the surrounding land uses to the west are residential. Again, it's RV travel resort. To the northeast is Lake Harris Landing Mobile Home Park, which is residential. There's residential manufactured home. Due east and a little bit south. There's commercial south of it and residential south of it. Again, the community redevelopment area to show you where it would fit in with the 27441 CRA. It will be in Commission District 3. And the city boundary, interestingly enough, goes along US Highway 27 all the way south. And now, should you approve it, it will take in that property. We did take pictures from US 27 and also from County Road 33. So the picture on the top shows you where we posted it off of Highway 27. The picture on the bottom is taken along the right-of-way looking north from where we posted the sign. And the picture on the top here is looking east across US 27. And the picture on the bottom is looking south across US 27. And then we drove and we walked a little bit to get to County Road 33 and posted the property. So that posting is looking east into the property. And the picture on the bottom is taken looking south along 33. And then the picture on the top is shot across 33 looking into the woods. And the picture on the bottom is looking north along County Road 33 toward where the rights of way come together. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Harper. With that, we'd like to move to the departmental review summary. The project, again, was sent out to all the city departments. And Lake County government, being this is commercial, it would not be sent to the school board. There were no significant or substantive comments received from the city departments or Lake County Public Works. Under public responses, in response to the advertising signs and surrounding property owner letters, we did receive 2 disapprovals citing traffic concerns and lighting, and 1 approval with a comment about ensuring that future development or widening of US 27 and CR 33 would not be negatively impacted. As far as the lighting is concerned, we can request and work with Mr. Green, who is here to represent the project, to be sure that the lighting is appropriate and pointed inward. As far as affecting any future widening of 27 and 33, I'm certain that the county and the state are not concerned about this project, and they'll take what they need if they ever do. I'd like to go ahead and read the recommendations into the record. For Small Scale Comp Plan 21413, the Planning and Zoning Division recommends approval of this request for the following reasons. 1, the proposed request for commercial future land use is appropriately located and compatible with current surrounding future land use designations of Lake County urban low density and urban medium density. 2, the proposed request will allow commercial development for the property that is consistent with the ongoing development patterns along the US Highway 27 commercial corridor. 3, the proposed request does not appear to create a detriment to surrounding properties based on the location and contiguity to US Highway 27 on the east and County Road 33 on the west side property boundary. The action requested is to vote to approve the staff recommendation to amend the future land use map from Lake County urban medium density to City of Leesburg general commercial, and forward this recommendation to the City Commission for their consideration. Under the rezoning for this case, RZ 21414, Planning and Zoning Division is recommending approval of this request for the following reasons. 1, the proposed request is compatible with the current surrounding zoning districts of Lake County C1 neighborhood commercial, RM, which is mixed home residential, RMRP, which is mobile home rental district, park district, and C1 neighborhood commercial. 2, the proposed request will allow for commercial development for the property that is consistent with the ongoing development patterns along the US Highway 27 commercial corridor. 3, the proposed request does not appear to create a detriment to surrounding properties based on location and contiguity to U.S. Highway 27 and County Road 33 on the west property boundary. The action requested is vote to approve staff's recommendation to rezone the subject property from Lake County RMRP Mobile Home Rental Park District and Lake County CP Plan Commercial District to C3 Highway Commercial and forward to the City Commission for their consideration. In summary, this will be an annexation, comp plan, and rezoning. C3 is the appropriate zoning category at this location. General commercial is the appropriate future land use at this location. It'll be a convenience store with fuel and support the current and ongoing development in the South Leesburg area. Staff is recommending approval, and Mr. Herb Green from Ocala, Kissimmee, excuse me, Mr. Green, is here to represent the project today. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
One of those cow towns.
Yes, sir. Did you have anything you need to say on this, sir?
Good evening, Chair, Commissioners, and staff. I have nothing more to add, just answer any questions if there is, and we ask for approval for this project. Thank you.
Commission have any questions of the applicant?
Now, that's gonna be interest from 33 and 27?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Kind of works out nicely that way.
Yeah.
And
I'm
just-
surprised that hasn't been done
Me too.
years ago.
Me too.
Yes, sir.
I really am.
It will be a definite improvement coming in from the south end of Leesburg versus migrant labor camp that has been there at times. Okay, not that that's an opinion or anything. Any other questions of the applicant?
No, sir.
Anyone here in the audience that wants to speak on this? Candy, you're looking back and forth. You don't see anybody. Hearing none, I'll close this and we'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, on case number SSCP 21413, move to approve as presented.
I have a motion to approve the small-scale comp plan amendment.
Second.
I have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, same sign. Motion carries. Entertain on 21414.
Make a motion
Yeah.
to approve case RZ 21414 as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Handles the rezoning. Okay.
That's it?
That's all we have. Fred, I think you have something to add to the meeting tonight.
Dan?
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 Couple of quick things, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to welcome Mr. Lauren Vasquez of Macklin Burnstead as our interim attorney. Actually, Diane Pacewitz and Lauren are in the same leadership lake class this year. And so we're very pleased to have him. So, Mr. Vasquez, thank you for being here. We do definitely look forward to working with you, hopefully in the future, depending on whatever decisions made. But we're really glad you're here. The second item is, as many of you already know, on Saturday, December 4, we did lose a dear friend and trusted member of the Planning Commission city staff team as Fred Morrison passed away unexpectedly. Fred was instrumental in the professional growth of the planning and zoning staff. And I apologize. He was a man.
It's okay, Dan. Take your time.
Give me a second. He was a man of few words, but when he spoke, we listened and we learned. As Candy will attest, each time we received a communication from him, it was very eagerly and thoroughly reviewed. so that we could better understand the law, its interpretation, and the impact of our work here. His broad range of knowledge and professional demeanor was key in giving confidence to our staff and to this commission, and it enabled us to complete the task at hand, no matter how difficult it might be. For the past 6 years, I had the pleasure of always having his knowledge, expertise, and judgment sitting right next to me. And I counted up over 60 monthly hearings, plus many, many more in the years prior. Fred was a pillar of strength, dignity, and knowledge, both professionally and personally. I know that he served as city attorney for something like 35 or 40 years. He began in the 1980s. And so, Mr. Chairman, he will be missed.
Amen.
Amen.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. It's been a tough one for every one of us here, and we're going to miss him. We're going to miss him dearly. I just hope the good Lord puts him to work, keeps him busy, because he'll sure be an addition to he'd be an angel up there helping out. Anybody have anything else they'd like to add? Hearing none, we'll adjourn the meeting.